So this trick uses a borrowed deck of cards. So the spectator can actually take their deck, they can go ahead, shuffle it up just like this. They can really shuffle it. It doesn't matter at all. All the cards here you guys can see just like this, getting completely mixed up. So once the spectator is done shuffling, I can show them here all the cards are totally different. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna run my thumb down the side of the deck like this. They're gonna call out stop at any point. So let's say I do this and they call out stop right over here. So it doesn't matter where they call out stop, but we're gonna take a look at what the card is over here. So we can see here, it's actually the 9 of diamonds. All right, so just go ahead and remember that card the best you can. We're gonna go ahead and shuffle it even more. And I would actually have the spectator also, they could go ahead and shuffle the deck just like this, as much as they want to. So now I tell them to remember their card, and I'm gonna try and make their card completely vanish from the deck. Ready? 1, 2, 3, gone. What was the card? The 9 of diamonds. Look, if I go through the cards one by one, you guys can see every single card in the deck, just like this. No second deals, nothing like that. Really dealing through the cards just like this. The 9 of diamonds is no longer here. Completely gone. It is not in the deck anymore. But you do notice that the box has been sitting here since the beginning of the trick, and my hands are completely empty. I would actually invite the spectator to open the box themselves, because I don't want to touch it. But I would invite them to open the box and take out the 9 of diamonds themselves. That is the trick, guys. You can do this with a borrowed deck of cards. Yes. Now let's learn how to do it. Alright guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So this is actually a super interesting principle that I discovered recently. I believe it was created by Elmsley, but this is an insane way to basically have a duplicate card when you don't have a duplicate card with you. You can do this with a completely borrowed deck of cards, and it totally works and it totally fools people. And this is basically how it works. So when you show the 9 of diamonds in the deck, it's actually not the 9 of diamonds. The 9 of diamonds in the deck, you're actually going to be pretending the 6 of diamonds here is the 9 of diamonds. And what you're doing is you're actually showing the 6 upside down, because you can see here it says 6 here, and then the 6 upside down obviously looks like a 9. So this is the principle that you're using. And the reason why you're using the diamond and not like the club, the spade, or the heart, the reason why you're using the diamond is because it's the only suit in the deck that is like symmetrical both ways. If you turn it upside down, you can see it has 2 points going the same way, just like this. So it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it'll always be facing the same direction. Whereas if you were gonna do a heart, you could see it would only be facing up one direction, and the other way would be, you know, upside down like this. So that would be obvious that the card is upside down. But the diamond, both ways are pointing like this, so it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it's still gonna look like a diamond. So that's basically how it works. Like I said, you could do this with a borrowed deck, but there would have to be some sort of preparation beforehand. That's why I'm gonna teach you a little bit of a different trick. But for the trick that I did in the performance, what you could do beforehand is you could take the 9 of diamonds and you can place it inside of the box, and then just take the 6 and put it in the deck somewhere, and then you would be ready to go. But for this trick that I'm gonna teach you in the tutorial, it's actually much cooler than the one I did in the performance. You're gonna take the 9 and just leave it on top, and then also the 6. So take the 6 of diamonds, put it on top, and then the 9 of diamonds, and also put that card on top. And now you're ready to go. So first you're gonna shuffle the deck, but leave those 2 cards on top. So don't disturb the order of the top 2 cards. And then once you're ready, you're actually just going to maybe do like a production like this, where you take the top card off, or you can just go in the middle and do another riffle force like this. But you're gonna pretend to just pull out a random card, but you're really pulling out the 9 of diamonds, or the top card in this case. And you're gonna use it as a mystery card. And you're gonna ask the spectator to place this card in their pocket, and you don't want them to look at it. So they're gonna place the card inside of their pocket, and they're not going to look at it, but we'll leave it over here for now. Now you have your 6 of diamonds here on top, and you're ready to do a riffle force. So you can shuffle the deck. You can even have the spectator shuffle the deck too, so they can really lose that 6 of diamonds in the middle. And then what you can do is you can just show the cards here like this, and say, look, all the cards are different, and then you can just cut that 6 of diamonds back right to the top. So once the 6 of diamonds is here on the top, you're gonna do a normal riffle force. So you're gonna cut that card into the middle, but you're gonna keep a break, and then you're gonna ask the spectator to call out stop as you riffle your thumb down the side. Whenever they say stop, you're gonna pretend to lift up where your thumb is, but you're actually gonna lift up where your pinky is. So let's say they say stop there, you're just gonna let go with the thumb as you bring your hand down and lift up where the pinky was. Here's how you show the 6 of diamonds to make it look like the 9 of diamonds. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push it forward about like half an inch or so, maybe like a quarter of an inch, not too far. And then you're gonna place the deck back on top. Now, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take your index finger and you're gonna just leave it here diagonally along the bottom. And you wanna make sure you just cover up this number here, like this. So when you cover up that number, the spectator is not gonna notice that the card is upside down. So when you cover that, they're not gonna be able to see that. So just make sure your index finger is there, pull the card out just a little bit, and then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna flip your wrist over like this, and you're gonna show the card like this. So obviously in the tutorial camera, you can see the 6 of diamonds, but the spectator would be seeing this. They would see this. They would see the 9 of diamonds over here. And you don't want to pull it out too far because then they're going to notice there's a bunch of diamonds missing. But the great thing is that the top of this card really does look like the 9 because there are only 2 diamonds there and there's no diamond here. As you can see, the real 9 of diamonds has only 2 diamonds there and there's no diamond there. There's just the one little difference of this 9 is face up and that one is face down. But if you do this quickly, they're not going to be able to really process this. And especially if they're not really familiar with cards, they're not going to notice this subtlety at all. So basically, you're just going to flip your wrist sort of upside down and you're going to show 9 of diamonds. And you can even look at the card with them. Just say, all right, just remember that card, 9 of diamonds. And then you're going to push that card in and then you're just going to shuffle the deck. So now the card is completely shuffled in the deck and the trick is over. So now you're going to say, now watch, I'm going to make your card disappear from the deck. And now you can just go through the cards one at a time and you have them remember what their card was. They say it was the 9 of diamonds. And then you can just go through all these cards, and there's the 6 of diamonds, so obviously it's not the 9 of diamonds, but yeah, you just go through all these cards here. Obviously their card is not going to be in there. And you say, remember at the beginning of the trick where you had one card in your pocket, take out the card from your pocket, and impossibly, it's going to be the card that they just saw in the deck. Now that is just absolutely crazy. And once again, yes, this can be done with a completely borrowed, shuffled deck of cards. You just would have to set up the 9 and 6 on top beforehand, but that would take literally 2 seconds. You can just cull the cards to the top or just cut them, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, that is basically the trick, guys. So I really urge you guys to try this because this is a really cool principle and I want to see if you guys can fool people with it. In my opinion, this really works well for lay people, especially if they're not very familiar with cards. It'll really fool them. And this is a great alternative if you do not have any duplicate cards with you. This is a great way to sort of have a duplicate card now. You can now use this principle and whatever tricks you want to. And yeah, so have fun with this, guys. I really hope you have fun with this and see you guys next time. Bye.